Wait! The instructions say if we finish the game, it'll all go away. We better do it, or Aunt Nora's gonna pitch a fit. Roll!
Get ready for a behind-the-scenes look at the most imaginative movie of the year. Strap yourselves in. We're going on Jumanji.
It's Bonnie Hunt, ladies and gentlemen, from the movie Jim Johnny. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the movie Jumjanji.
Jumanji!
Jumanji, that's right. Jumanji is the lower valley of above Bombay. It's a Philippine word meaning the man who runs the metal detector at the airport. Come on! Dear God, your wife has Jumanji. A tendency to put on riding boots and nothing else. Run!
12-year-old Alan Parrish is about to discover an ancient game that will change the course of his life.
Jumanji. You wanna play?
Unaware of Jumanji's awesome power, Alan rolls the dice.
Alan, look. In the jungle, you must wait until the dice read 5 or 8. What's happening to
It's basically the concept that this game is magical, and that once you start, you have to finish it in order to make everything return back to normal. And if you roll a 5 or an 8, you actually enter the game and you're in the jungle world till someone else rolls a 5 or an 8.
Little Alan Parrish. He just vanished about 25 years ago.
26 years later, Judy and Peter find Jumanji just as enticing and just as dangerous.
And they find the game board, and then they start to play. It just feels very ghost-like to Judy and Peter. Are you Alan Parrish?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What happened to you?
Never shaved before. And action!
Hello, welcome. Give me the playback on that right away.
Robin Williams, Bonnie Hunt, Kirsten Dunst, and Bradley Pierce star in Jumanji, a magical adventure that goes far beyond your wildest imagination.
It's not my turn.
Whose turn is it?
Sarah Whittle? Alan. 26 years ago, you played a game with a little boy down the street.
Whoa, God, sir! Alan, I spent over 2,000 hours in therapy convincing myself that these exist.
Sarah has spent a lot of her time indoors since the incident.
Alan spent a lot of time in the jungle.
Since the incident.
So?
We've both gone similar paths in terms of isolation, and psychologically you could look at them as parallel lives in different dimensions. Wow.
Jumanji puts its players in a dangerous double bind. Each roll of the dice packs a punch that takes the players to the brink of disaster, but the destruction won't stop until the game is over.
Run! It's a stampede! The game!
You just think, well, what could possibly happen after this? And then something bigger happens.
What is that? Well, there's some parts of the movie that you'll just crack up. And there's some parts where you'll just be going, oh no.
David Alan Grier and Bebe Neuwirth bring their comedic talents to Jumanji.
Oh, my car. Monkeys steal my patrol car. No one knows what to make of anything, you know. I mean, it's really, really strange.
Shooting Jumanji inspired the filmmakers to reach for the magic that lies in the uncharted territory called imagination.
Jurassic Park changed everything as far as effects go. You know, I mean, I think it's a whole new game now.
As we went to meet Joe to do the film, it was the week that Jurassic Park came out. And I think one of the things that really sparked him to the project was realizing that everything that was called for in the script was now visually possible.
Give it a little more strength in the jaw. Without a doubt, I think Jumanji is the biggest interrelation of real-life animals, animatronics, puppets, and computer-generated imagery that's been seen on film.
The award-winning children's book by Chris Van Allsburg presented endless possibilities, which became realities in the hands of the best special effects artists in the business.
I mean, you can't help but see giant spiders and go, thank you, check.
That's right around the time that the earthquake happens.
There's big bats, you know.
That's, of course, after the quicksand.
There are bugs, everything, whoa.
Just after the monsoon. But you know what? My hair looks terrific through the whole thing.
The next round, the setup.
Thank you.
Come on down, I'm a schizophrenic. One of us will help you.
What do you think, the Embalmers Academy? So sad that Daddy worked at the mill and this is all that's there.
No, we even get paid for this. I always feel great on day one. On day 104, I actually was found face down in a ditch and had to be shipped back to San Francisco.
First of all, you have to have someone who has a real understanding of effects. And he storyboards everything, so he knows what he wants from this stuff, because he understands this stuff. He did Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Finish the game in here. Van Pelt.
You miserable coward! Come back and face me like a man!
And I really wanted to see what it'd be like to be in one of those action-adventure movies. This is it for a little furry boy like myself. This is probably the closest thing I'll get to.
Piece of cake.
We tend to bounce ideas off each other. We'll look at things in terms of what's required from the story to forward the story, and in terms of the special effects that have to occur. The proportions of the house weren't based on proportions of actual Georgian architecture, but in fact on what some of the events that occurred in the house, a space within which fantastic things happen.
Alan, ready?
There is no ready.
They grow much faster than bamboo. Take care or they'll come after you.
Great.
Tell me this isn't happening.
Oh, it is. Stay away from the walls. Don't touch anything. No quick movements.
So this was a first model and was a very useful tool in really deciding how much vining we were going to have and how this whole environment was affected by these vines.
When we first got into it, we didn't realize the magnitude of what it was going to end up being. We had a huge crew in our shop of over 40 people.
Is that the Pax paint you use?
Yeah.
We tend to look for inspiration wherever we can in our carnivorous plant pod. The origin of that was kind of interesting. I was dropping my oldest child off at her school, and there in the parking lot was this weird little thorny seed pod.
Action. Okay, and cut.
Jumanji, it doesn't necessarily take you into its world, it brings the world to you. And it lets the world of Jumanji invade your town.
No flashes! Sarah and the kids, they go into town and they seem to see stampedes of wild animals running through the town.
We're trying to dodge all these people and get through town when we realize that we've created all of this. Elephants running down the street, and you name it, it's there in the town.
The creative minds at Industrial Light and Magic specialize in letting their imaginations run wild. They turn back time to bring dinosaurs to life in Jurassic Park, but the computer-generated images required for Jumanji were far more complex.
It's so complicated and dense, you can't really see very much unless you zoom in. Funnest part of the project, always throwing stuff back and forth and talking about design, and then getting down to, okay, let's storyboard this stuff out and see what we really have. And when we put it all down, we came back here and looked at it and we said, wow, all these different sequences. It was pretty daunting from the start.
As strange as it is, it's still so much fun because in each scene there's some effect.
Well, it's like the old, what do you, if you want to make it like the old movies? How many Kimasabi? Many buffalo, come.